This morning on Daybreak, we explained the increasing presence of the entertainment industry in Northwest Arkansas.
And Hickory County had a public meeting to discuss a proposed ordinance.
Plus, there's an ongoing legal battle between a Branson physician and Cox Health that we need to update you on. These stories and more all coming your way this morning on Daybreak.
Good morning and thanks for starting off your weekend with us. It's Friday, August 23rd. I'm Lauren Barnes.
And I'm Joe Morano. Always a little more chipper on a Friday, you know?
Smile is a little bit bigger, yeah. Even though it's raining, tough to get out of bed again. That's okay. It is Friday.
That's all right. Yeah, I like being lazy on a Friday, though, so if it's rainy and some of those raindrops stick around, I'm okay with it. Because it's nice laying down, relaxed weather, right?
Hopefully that's what you're doing at home. But yeah, Elisa's been telling us it's going to stick around for a little bit, so you can do that later.
It's really nice on a Saturday or a Sunday morning, I think. Sunday morning especially, because Sunday is usually like the lazy day before you have to start for the week. Just do laundry and stay at home. But yeah.
And the rain's been kind of on and off, even on all of our drives to work. We've all talked about that this morning, right?
Yeah, I had some quick downpours where I couldn't see anything outside of my windshield, and then it was fine. So, and that's kind of what we'll be dealing with as we head through the day. Flash flood watch is in effect for Northwest Arkansas through 1 p.m. There, they go out about 1 to 3 inches of rain overnight, and another 1 to 2 inches is possible. In Missouri, the heavy rain won't be widespread enough to warrant a watch, but it's still possible in isolated cases. We've got some wet roads in Branson this morning. It is 68 degrees. We're looking at a couple of showers and thunderstorms with some of those very heavy downpours around Van Buren, Mountain View, Eminence, Kabul, and then up towards Houston and Texas County, and then a couple of more near Lebanon, and then riding that highway over towards Stockton as well. Springfield seeing some lighter showers this morning. It is 68 degrees in Branson, 71 in Mountain Grove. We've got some wet roads possible through the day today with heavy rain at times, so be careful. If you're driving through a downpour, make sure you've got your headlights on and those windshield wipers going. So a couple of showers and storms at the bus stop this morning. Grab umbrellas. We'll have that chance through the afternoon and cool again. 80 degrees by dismissal. The cool temperatures hang around as some rain chances do too. Your full forecast is up in 10 minutes.
Starting off this hour, letting you know the entertainment industry in Northwest Arkansas continues to grow as production companies are traveling to the area just to shoot in the natural state.
Hannah Zettel is here in the studio to explain to us how outside companies are coming to Arkansas to help build the local entertainment industry.
That's right. Skipstone Pictures, known for its films Max Winslow and the House of Secrets and Freddy, has now built relationships with 2 Northwest Arkansas universities. That's all in hope of shaping the futures of young filmmakers and keeping them in state. John Brown University and the University of Arkansas are 2 schools focused on setting college students up for success in the film industry without having to cross state lines. Filmmakers who have worked in the natural state credit tax incentives, such as one program that provides rebates for producers that hire Arkansas residents to work on projects. A study from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York shows only 27% of U.S. college grads have a job related to their major. Mark Landon Smith, part of that percentage of people working in their field, says in this experience as a casting director, it's all about hard work.
A lot of it is making your career and creating your own opportunities. And as a casting director and as an agent, sometimes I ask actors, why are you not creating? You have the ability to do that.
And while it can be difficult navigating through the film industry in Northwest Arkansas, tax incentives paired with the outpour of community support while filming might make it worth it.
Hannah Zettel reporting for us. Senator Roy Blunt was in Springfield yesterday to discuss women in business. He was at the women's conference put on by SCORE to help women grow their small businesses. During his closing remarks, Blunt pointed out the several women on his team and wanted to make sure people knew he supports women in business.
Most jobs are started by small business. Not every small business makes it every time, but by the end of that process, usually everybody who's willing to stick with it figures out how to make either their business work or the business that they discover while they're being an entrepreneur work.
Blunt also talked about mental health and gun regulation. Some people asked why he talked about that at the business conference. He says it's because mental health needs to be addressed in the country and women tend to make the most of the decisions regarding health care.
Missouri Senate Bill 391 was set to take effect this coming Wednesday, but it's now on hold until September 16th because of a lawsuit. That bill would block counties from making ordinances against CAFOs, which are concentrated animal feeding operations.
Residents in some counties are trying to frantically pass health ordinances before September to restrict CAFOs. Last night, Hickory County had a public meeting to discuss a proposed ordinance, and it was overwhelmingly opposed by hundreds who showed up. We heard from Robert Sawyer, a member of the Cattlemen's Association in Hickory County, who says there are no CAFOs there now, but this ordinance would force some farms into CAFO status. He says it's a show of unity from their citizens who oppose it.
This is not just cattlemen, this is Hickory County citizens. This is people bonding together in Hickory County and putting a stance out that's saying we don't need more government to infringe on our personal rights and our property rights. And we don't need the government to tell us how to run our farms. But we also know that there's no one that cares more about this community, this land, this water than Hickory County cattlemen.
The county commissioners decide the fate of these ordinances, and based on the large turnout of those who opposed it last night, they will not be implementing it. In some medical coverage for you, we're learning about an ongoing legal battle between Branson Physicians and Cox Health. In 2017, Dr. Charles Rasmussen sued the hospital and two other healthcare companies for what he calls Medicare fraud. Both Cox and the companies deny this claim and call the lawsuit frivolous. According to the Springfield News Leader, court documents were unsealed earlier this year, and the lawsuit accuses the companies of making Medicare patients seem more sick on paper to get more money from the government. The suit also claims Cox gave doctors incentives to give patients unnecessary examinations, which increases their risk score. That would in turn close care gaps, and the hospital would get millions in Medicare payouts. This is a practice commonly called upcoding.
However, a spokesman for the companies Essence and Lumeris said the allegations are, quote, wholly without merit, and the government declined to intervene after a thorough investigation. Rasmussen says he was forced out of the hospital after bringing up the issue. He wants Cox to pay back that money, but the healthcare companies believe they are fully compliant with the law. The lawsuit is still pending in federal court. Last month, a judge denied an effort to dismiss the case. If a settlement is not reached, it could go to trial.
A story now with your right to know. The IRS is warning taxpayers and tax professionals about a new IRS impersonation email scam. Email subject lines will vary, but a few reported so far use of the phrase automatic income tax reminder or electronic tax reminder. The scam email might have a link to a website pretending to be about the taxpayer's account or return.
Emails could also give a temporary password to access a refund file, but this will lead to a malicious file and could infect your computer with malware. The IRS says it does not send unsolicited emails and never emails taxpayers about the status of their refunds.
In some political coverage for you, after an attempt to put a new Missouri abortion law to a public vote that failed, abortion rights advocates are now suing Secretary of State Jay Ashcroft.
The suit was filed by No Bans on Choice and Missouri's American Civil Liberties Union. They claim Secretary Ashcroft's actions denied their right to referendum after they ran out of time to collect signatures to block the rule from taking effect. The groups say Ashcroft dragged his feet, causing the time crunch. They also say Missouri's laws make it harder to seek referendum, which is guaranteed through the Constitution. Ashcroft's office has not commented.
This is the third lawsuit regarding abortion in Missouri. The others were filed by Planned Parenthood and the ACLU against the state regarding the new abortion law itself.
And another suit is between the state and Planned Parenthood over a St. Louis clinic's ability to perform abortions.
And we're looking at some showers and a couple of thunderstorms on radar this morning, mostly cloudy skies. We've got to track storm chances through the weekend. Your forecast is up right after the break.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Lauren Barnes, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak. Now weather with meteorologist Elisa Rafa.
Good morning and happy Friday. We're starting out with some wet roads in Branson this morning. It is 68 degrees with calm winds and a couple of those light showers. We're looking at mostly light showers, but we do have some clusters of some locally heavy downpours to the south and east of Springfield, near Eminence, near Mountain View, Kabul, and over towards Houston and Texas County. This line continues up through Plato, up through Lebanon, and then over to the north of Bolivar. And these downpours are locally heavy, where it's not heavy everywhere. You drive through it and it's, crazy heavy rain for 5 minutes, and then you go and then it's like no rain ever happened before, right? So that's what we're dealing with out there this morning. A couple more downpours to the south of Fayetteville. That's where we have a flash flood watch that goes through 1 p.m. today. In Missouri, the heavy rain concern won't be as widespread. That's why there's no watch for us. We're looking at recorded rain overnight, though, near northwest Arkansas was over 1 to 3 inches. So that's why they have that flash flood watch, because they could get another 1 to 2. So if you see any standing water, please turn around, don't drown, never drive through a flooded roadway. If you're driving through a heavy downpour, please be careful and take it slow. The front is still in the same spot, more or less, as it was yesterday, and it's going to stay stalled and slowly nudge southward through the weekend. So I think we'll keep that storm chance there. We're also pooling a lot of moisture along that front, so some 2-inch-per-hour rain rates will be possible in some of those isolated heavy downpours. So hour by hour, we'll decrease the coverage of storms through the day today, but keep mostly cloudy skies and a spotty storm chance. Temperatures well below average in the upper 70s and lower 80s. A couple of storms possible tonight and then again tomorrow. With these showers and storms and the cloud cover, again, we're going to keep temperatures way on the cool side, around 80 degrees. It looks like we keep that storm chance through Sunday, just like a little bit unsettled through the weekend here. Probably a little bit of a lull on Monday, and then another front comes through on Tuesday. So what we're tracking here, looking ahead, the front stalls through the weekend. The main threats are going to be some locally heavy rain and lightning with those spotty showers and storms. Monday, we try to dry out a little bit, but then a front comes in right on those heels. So we're looking at another front with some showers and storms likely by Tuesday. A weak area of high pressure tries to dry us out again by Wednesday. 80 degrees today with some scattered showers and storms, mostly cloudy and cool again. 68 overnight with a couple of storms possible. We keep that storm chance tomorrow. Mostly cloudy skies keep us at 80 degrees. We'll have a few storms possible again on Sunday. Monday, temperatures back in the middle 80s, and the clouds will linger. It looks like another front comes through by Tuesday, and then we try to dry out on Wednesday. But look at those temperatures, all below average in the 7-day forecast because of the clouds and the on and off showers and storms.
Yeah, that seems quite below average for that final week of August we're about to head into, huh?
Oh, wow, you're right. It is the final week of August. Yep.
That's right. We'll have to monitor it as the week goes by.
We need to see if we can finish out our week-long birthday streak.
That's right. We took a break from it yesterday, but hey, we got to get after it today and guess some ages right now. Hope you play along at home. Kobe Bryant is up there. Of course, won 5 titles with the Lakers.
Played what, 20 years?
Played a long time. I think just under 20. He won 3 straight to kick off the 2000s. He played into his late 30s. I don't know it, but I know that fact.
You definitely know it. You don't think you know it?
No, I'm going to say 41. There it is. Wow. All right.
I don't even care, because I think this is the only time we've gotten a birthday right every day for a whole week.
That's right. And I got it, and that was my first one this week, so I'm happy to join you guys.
Okay, good job. Who else we have?
All right, one more. Shelley Long, of course, from Cheers.
Yep.
Right? And plenty more.
Very accomplished. I want to say...
That's right. She popped in and out of Modern Family as well.
68.
Yeah, I'm not sure. How about 63?
66?
It's all on me. 68.
That's what
That's what you said. Go again.
69.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Tried to price us right. Close.
All right, we got to give a shout out to our viewers at home, too, who are celebrating. We have some anniversaries today for the first time in a while. Wally and Charlotte Baldwin, Gerald and Debbie Stockton, happy anniversary to you, and Keith and Janice Cox. Happy birthday to Shelby Lingo.
Hey, she's a producer here. Happy birthday.
And then Whitney Robinson has a birthday tomorrow as well. So I hope you all have a great day and do something fun.
Sports is up next. Don't forget to find us during the break on Facebook and Twitter. Give us a like and a follow.
And now, sports on Color 10 News.
The St. Louis Cardinals have a chance to do some damage this weekend with a 4-game series against the Rockies. It started up last night in the friendly confines of Busch Stadium right now. However, it was 2-0 in the fourth. St. Louis ties it up when Marcell Ozuna goes deep to left. The Big Mac sign is still out from earlier this week. Colorado, though, retakes the lead in the fifth. Nolan Arenado, unbelievable player for Colorado, deep into the bullpen there. A 3-run shot, 5-2 Rockies. However, it's 5-4 in the seventh. Dexter Fowler visits the launching pad here. The Cards hit 3 2-run homers, and that's what they need to get the win. 6-5, your final score there. You might remember earlier this month, the Royals and Red Sox had a game suspended after 9 innings, but they were tied. So Kansas City had to fly to Boston on its day off yesterday to play 1 inning. Fans 18 years and younger were let in for free in this one. It was 4-4 in the bottom of the 10th inning. Boston's Brock Holt takes this one to the green monster in left. And guess what? That scores Chris Owings. Game over. 5-4 right there. Red Sox win a game that took more than 2 weeks to complete. 5-4 in 10 innings. The game took 12 minutes. Oh boy, that is insane. Springfield Cardinals take down Frisco again. 8-4 your final score there. Cards return home on Monday to Hammons Field. How do you like that, though? A lot of kids got in for free and had some fun, Elisa, but 12 minutes, 1 inning, ball game.
It took them longer to get dressed and put all the equipment on, you know,
Yes,
like the catcher
for sure.
equipment and the batting gloves. It took them longer to do that.
And for the fans to commute there.
And Boston near Fenway, crazy.
A lot of kids had fun, though, so that's good. Kansas City back on the road in Cleveland now. Hate to bring it up to you, but we're talking football, too. Jamborees are tonight.
Ah, okay.
So people are going to start watching, making sure that there's not a lot of rain coming.
Yeah, we'll have those scattered showers and storms, so it really depend. If you get one of those storms, you could have some wet fields. If you don't, it might just be a little bit damp and cloudy. We've got a flash flood watch in effect in northwest Arkansas until 1 p.m., and that's where we could see another 1 to 2 inches of rain. Some locally heavy rain still possible in Missouri, just not widespread. We're looking at some wet roads in Branson this morning, 68 degrees there. We've got a couple of showers and storms this morning with that locally heavy rain near Eminence, near Houston and Mountain View. A couple of more of those storms rolling over Lebanon this morning and Mainz with some of those locally heavy downpours. Looks like Springfield's just seeing a little bit of a mist maybe or a drizzle right now. 72 degrees in Springfield. It's 70 at Lake of the Ozarks and 68 in Branson. You could probably keep the sprinklers off today. We'll have scattered showers and storms, so Mother Nature will help you out. And at the best pool day, we'll have clouds, 80 degrees with a couple of showers and storms there, but temperatures much below average. So hour by hour, we're looking at a couple of showers and storms possible today, a high around 80 degrees, a couple of storms possible tonight, and then again tomorrow, because it looks like this front is going to continue to stall and not really budge too much. So if you need to mow the lawn, a little bit wet today and tomorrow, and again, it's really going to depend. If you get one of those heavy downpours, your lawn might be too wet to mow, but if you don't, you might be able to get away with it. So it's really going to depend through the weekend on if you get hit by one of those storms or not. Monday, we'll try to dry out, but another front comes through by Tuesday. So here's your weekend forecast. Temperatures much below average in the lower 80s both days. Our average, by the way, is 89 degrees. A couple of showers and storms possible Saturday and Sunday. The threats will be locally heavy rain and lightning.
Coming up next, a dozen arrests have been made in an online Nigerian email scam.
How the suspects uses fake dating or business profiles to steal millions. Welcome back, everyone. The Nigerian email scam is something you've likely heard about over the years, but the FBI says people are still falling victim to it. Laura Podesta takes us through the details this morning from New York.
Federal agents arrested more than a dozen people in Southern California yesterday.
We believe this is one of the largest cases of its kind in U.S. history.
The suspects were among 80 people indicted and charged with being part of a massive online fraud conspiracy.
Law enforcement agencies have received complaints from victims in every one of the 50 states and scores of foreign countries.
According to the indictments, the schemes used online romances and fake business emails to steal at least $6 million. They also pursued an additional $40 million from victims in the U.S. and elsewhere. According to the Justice Department, nearly all the suspects are from Nigeria. Most internet users are savvy enough to be suspicious of an email from a Nigerian prince who needs help. But investigators say the modern scams aren't as easy to spot.
Those fraud schemes have evolved and become much more complex and sophisticated. Nigerian fraud networks now target individuals and businesses alike.
The FBI says the scammers specifically target vulnerable populations, including the elderly. Agents estimate the collective annual take from these crimes to be in the billions. Laura Podesta, CBS News.
Authorities say these scams will continue as long as they succeed, even just occasionally. So they also sent out a reminder, never send money to someone that you don't know or someone that you've only communicated with online. Still ahead for you, it is the bottom of the hour this morning. It's the top 3 things you need to know if you're just waking up.
Plus, Elisa is back with your rain chances for the weekend.
Good morning, my name is Chad and I go to Robertson Community School. Today is August 23rd and the lunch menu is assorted pizza, grilled cheese sandwich, steamed broccoli, cucumber slices, and bananas. Bye, have a good day.
And now weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa.
Good morning. If you're just waking up with us, we've got some scattered showers and storms out there this morning with locally heavy rain. They'll linger through the weekend, and we've got some more rain chances to chat about next week. We've got a flash flood watch just for northwest Arkansas until 1. The flooding won't be widespread enough in Missouri. Starting out with wet roads in Branson, it is 68 degrees, but mostly cloudy skies and calm winds. A couple of showers and thunderstorms to the south and east this morning with locally heavy rain around Van Buren, Eminence, and then up towards Houston. A couple of more heavy downpours over Lebanon this morning as well. We're looking at temperatures this morning in the lower 70s, so still pretty warm, 72 degrees in Springfield and 68 degrees in Branson. By dismissal, still much below average with mostly cloudy skies, a high of only 80 degrees. More details on storm chances in a couple of minutes.
And here's your top 3 stories. Locally, Senator Roy Blunt was in Springfield yesterday to discuss women in business. He was at the conference put on by SCORE to help women grow their small businesses. During his closing remarks, Blunt pointed out the several women on his team and wanted to make sure people knew he personally supports women in business. Regionally, it was a scary moment for university students in Joplin yesterday after police got reports of a suspicious device. They were called out to the Royal Orleans Apartments on College View Drive around 9:30. A maintenance employee at the apartment complex called police after finding a possible pipe bomb in a dumpster. Authorities from Joplin, Jasper County, even right here in Springfield responded to the call. The device was later determined not to be an explosive, and the students were allowed to return to their dorms. Making news nationally, the mountain fire has prompted the evacuation of nearby 4,000 people in Northern California. The fire, burning in the Redding area in Shasta County, has burned more than 600 acres and is threatening about 1,100 homes and buildings. The fire also prompted the full evacuation of a campus there. No reports of injuries. It's about 20% contained.
All right, thank you, Lauren. We do have another story to bring you out of California, as we need to let you know that a train derailment has injured 27 people last night. It was up in Sacramento, according to Fire Captain Keith Wade there. 13 of those injured were taken to area hospitals, and 2 of the victims had moderate injuries. The remaining 14 victims were wounded but able to be treated by first responders at the scene.
I don't have any information in regards to exactly what happened with this light rail train. Early reports, people were trying to say it was a derailment. Others said it was some sort of collision.
According to Sacramento Regional Transit, a test train and 2-car passenger train collided on the tracks. Still unclear, though, how that collision happened. A Hawaii Airlines flight had to make an emergency landing after the crew reported smoke in the cabin. The plane landed safely. A passenger says smoke began to fill that cabin about 30 minutes before it was supposed to land. 7 people had to be taken to the hospital. Still no word yet on what caused the smoke to start. Time for a market watch for you this morning. Here's how things finished yesterday. The Nikkei up 82 points. The Dow gained 49.5 points. Your Dow futures this morning starting positive, up 62. The Nasdaq closed down 28 points, and quite the opposite this morning, up 27 points to start. Time for a break for us here. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast, though. We send you Daybreak in 10 straight to your phone or tablet every morning. All you have to do is search Color 10 News wherever you get your podcasts and hit subscribe.
Now, forecast first on Color 10 News Ozarks First.
Good morning and thanks for joining us on this Friday. We're starting out with clouds and wet roads in Branson. It is 68 degrees with some calm winds out there as well. We do have a couple of showers out there this morning with some locally heavy downpours at Van Buren, Mountain View, Eminence, and then up the highway to Houston and Texas County. We're all seeing some locally heavy rain, and I say locally because as you're driving, you'll hit a spot that has such heavy rain you can't see out your windshield. Then you drive a little bit, and then there's nothing there. So it's going to be very in and out as far as this heavy rain goes. The same thing over towards Lebanon. There's a couple of spots with some locally heavy rain, and then just to the south of Hermitage as well. Springfield seeing some light showers out there this morning. A flash flood watch is in effect for northwest Arkansas through 1 p.m. We'll have some heavy rain possible there, and some locally heavy downpours will be possible in Missouri, too. It just won't be as widespread enough for a watch to be issued. But the reason why they kept it in northwest Arkansas is because they got 1 to 3 inches of rain overnight near Bentonville, and another 1 to 2 is possible. So that will aggravate the flooding conditions. So if you see any standing water, please turn around, don't drown, never drive through a flooded roadway. If you're driving through a very heavy downpour, remember, take it slow and make sure those headlights are on. We've got that front still in the same spot as yesterday, hasn't really moved all too much, which is why we're keeping this chance for showers and storms, and it's slowly going to try to nudge south through the weekend, but again, not really going all too far. And along this front, we're bubbling up a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, like squeezing out a sponge, so 2-inch per hour rainfall rates will be possible because we're so saturated there. So hour by hour, we're looking at these storms decreasing in coverage today. A couple of showers and storms will still be possible. Temperatures much below average in the upper 70s and lower 80s because of the clouds. A couple of storms still possible tonight and then into tomorrow because, again, the front not going to really move all too much. It's going to linger around through the weekend, so we'll keep partly to mostly cloudy skies and a few storms here and there. That chance lingers through on Sunday as well. I think we'll have some spotty showers and storms around with some locally heavy rain, and then we bring in another system as we head through Monday and into Tuesday. So looking ahead at these headlines that we're checking, front stalls through the weekend, a couple of storms possible, and I think the threats will mostly be for some of that locally heavy rain and lightning. Monday, maybe a brief low where we're looking at just some clouds through most of the afternoon, but we will have storms arrive late in the afternoon and evening as that next front pushes through, making storms more likely on Tuesday. Area of weak high pressure tries to dry us out by Wednesday, but I say weak because we might have some clouds and maybe an isolated shower still lingering. So it looks like we'll be in a pretty wet pattern into early next week. 80 degrees today, some scattered showers and storms, cool again with mostly cloudy skies. 68 overnight with a couple of storms possible. We keep that storm chance tomorrow at a temperature of 80 degrees. Things stay mostly cloudy. We'll have mostly cloudy skies again on Sunday, a temperature of 82. Some showers and storms possible late on Monday, and then more storms possible Tuesday. Temperatures stay below average through the entire 7-day forecast.
All right, I got news of a unique condiment that you can win.
Okay, I'm into it. We always love food headlines. Those are up next.
All right, everyone, have your headlines happening this morning. And boy, oh boy, remember when we talked about cheese balls coming back? We talked about this a year ago.
Yes.
Back.
Yeah, they brought them back from the 90s. Cheese balls. It was very impressive. And I love eating them. They're great. But Mr. Peanut is one-upping the game right now because Mr. Peanut was pleased to announce the most important development in culinary history, cheese powder.
Oh, the good stuff left at the bottom.
That's the stuff left at the bottom. It's its own shaker of cheese powder right now that they're giving away. I believe about 350 bottles of this. And all you have to do is tweet what you would put the powder on and then hashtag it cheeseballscontest. So there you go. What do you guys think?
Well, I also saw you can interrupt it 10 times, so, but you have to have a unique recipe for each time.
You gotta have something unique. Like that cereal, I can't do that. I'm thinking a good breakfast scramble, something. I might make that.
Sure.
I'm gonna enter us, okay? You guys okay with that?
I think that would be good. Like a good scrambled egg and hash browns
Yeah.
with some cheese powder on top.
I'm thinking about cooking something up. Maybe I'll do it this weekend, and then you send them the picture. Mr. Peanut, I need your attention, buddy. I need this cheese powder.
Or maybe when you make chicken cutlets, don't use breadcrumb. Maybe use some of that cheese powder or put it in the breadcrumbs.
Smart
That's
as well.
a good idea,
That's
too.
your entry.
You guys are going to get us some for the show. I like it. This next headline comes from CNN. Is it a bird or a bunny? This optical illusion is making the internet feud. Remember the dress debate of 2015? This is similar. Was it white and gold or blue and black? We won't get into that because we have more important issues here. The optical illusion, this is our next headline, the dog. This is wrong, but there we go. There's the bird or bunny. What do you guys think? There is an answer.
I know what it is. I'm not going to say.
I only see bird in this. But I see the bunny argument, but to me it's bird.
The guy who posted it said, bunnies love their noses scratched.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Little misdirect, maybe?
At first look, I'm like, how is this a bunny? This is a bird. And then you look at it again, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, now I see that's his ears,
The
not
backside
beak.
does kind of look like it could be a little tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. It's very good.
But you guys are too smart. I'm not fooling anyone because it's a bird. It's the African white-necked raven.
It actually is a bird? I thought it was a bunny.
No, it's a bird.
Nope.
Its name is Mischief, so that's perfect.
I love
that. That's a great name, yeah.
And it actually belongs to a bird sanctuary in Missouri.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
No kidding.
See, I thought it was a bird first, and I was like, no, it's a bunny. That's weird. At least this time around, we have tangible evidence that we know this is not a bunny. With the dress thing, I feel like there was nothing tangible about that.
We don't have time to
Very
get into
true.
that.
Yeah, we can't even get into that now. Final headline. You may have heard us talk about it on Kevin and Liz. We're talking about Monty, a rescue dog from Phoenix, making a big move from the shelter to Hollywood, basically, right? That's what we have right now, because Monty is going to be in the animal live-action remake of Lady and the Tramp. From Disney right there.
I love that.
Two-year-old
He's so cute.
terrier mix, rescued by Animal Services in New Mexico, transferred to Phoenix, and they were looking for rescue dogs to make the Lady and the Tramp movie.
Oh, that's really
There you
sweet.
go.
That's so nice.
Yeah. Disney says all the rescue dogs featured in the film were placed in forever homes when production ended.
Even better, right?
I was going to say, I wonder if they were adopted. Of course they were adopted. How cute. That's really nice.
And if you're wondering when to watch,
They've really been on top of these live-action remakes. This is coming out November 12th when Disney's new streaming service starts. So they launched the service with the new movie. Smart move there, but there you go. You can watch it in just a few months.
This would be interesting. I wonder if their rescue dogs like spaghetti. They have to if they're Lady and the Tramp, you know?
Very good point. Yes.
You gotta like spaghetti.
All right, up next, we have Daybreak in 10 for you. We'll fill you in on the ongoing court battle with CAFOs.
plus we'll also tell you about the film industry's increased presence in Northwest Arkansas.
Welcome back, everyone. Time for Daybreak in 10 on Color 10.
We'll be on the air commercial-free for the next 10 minutes to wrap up the show for you. Let's get started with a check of your forecast first with Elisa.
Good morning, guys. We're starting out with some showers, storms, and a flash flood watch for northwest Arkansas through 1 p.m. That's where some locally heavy rain is possible, and we can get it in Missouri, too. It just won't be as widespread in Missouri, so it doesn't really warrant that watch. Wet roads in Branson this morning. It is 68 degrees with some clouds and a couple of showers. We've got some locally heavy downpours, meaning we've got some heavy rain in one spot. You drive 5 minutes, and then it's not that heavy anymore. So Van Buren, Eminence, Houston, some of these spots where that rain is coming down at a pretty good clip. Even Lebanon, you drive around one side of Lebanon, there's some heavy rain, the other it's not as heavy. Springfield seeing some lighter showers out there right now. We've got temperatures in the 60s and 70s at 72 in Springfield and 68 in Monette. Only 80 degrees by Dismissal. Mostly cloudy skies, a couple of showers and storms, and well below average. The storms decrease in coverage by this afternoon, but staying pretty spotty. We keep that storm chance overnight, and then again tomorrow, that front stalls. And then with the partly to mostly cloudy skies, we're looking at temperatures in the lower 80s all weekend, which is about 10 degrees below average. We'll have a couple of storms possible both Saturday and Sunday. The threats there would be for some locally heavy rain and lightning, so keep eyes out for that. Joe, Warren.
The entertainment industry in northwest Arkansas continues to grow as production companies travel to the area to shoot in the natural state.
Our Hannah Zettel joins us to explain how outside companies coming into Arkansas are helping build the local entertainment industry. Hannah?
Good morning. Sipstone Pictures, known for its films Max Winslow and The House of Secrets and Freddy, has now built relationships with 2 Northwest Arkansas universities. This is all in hope of shaping the future of young filmmakers and keeping them in state. John Brown University and the University of Arkansas are 2 schools focused on setting college students up for success in the film industry without having to cross state lines. Filmmakers who have worked in the natural state credit tax incentives, such as one program that provides rebates for producers that hire Arkansas residents to work on their projects. A study from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York shows only 27% of U.S. college grads have a job related to their major. Mark Landon Smith, part of that percentage of people working in their field, says in his experience as a casting director, it's all about hard work.
A lot of it is making your career and creating your own opportunities. And as a casting director and as an agent, sometimes I ask actors, why are you not creating? You have the ability to do that.
Of course, it can be difficult navigating through the film industry in northwest Arkansas, but tax incentives paired with the outpour of community support while filming might make it worth it.
All right, Hannah Zettel reporting this morning. Thank you. Missouri Senate Bill 391 was set to take effect this coming Wednesday, but is now on hold until September 16th because of a lawsuit. That bill would block counties from making ordinances against CAFOs, which are concentrated animal feeding operations.
Residents in some counties are trying to frantically pass health ordinances before September to restrict CAFOs. Last night, Hickory County had a public meeting to discuss a proposed ordinance, and it was overwhelmingly opposed by hundreds who showed up. We heard from Robert Sawyer, a member of the Cattlemen's Association in Hickory County, who says there are no CAFOs there now, but the ordinance would force some farms into CAFO status, and says it's a show of unity from citizens who oppose it.
This is not just cattlemen, this is Hickory County citizens. This is people bonding together in Hickory County and putting a stance out that's saying we don't need more government to infringe on our personal rights and our property rights. And we don't need the government to tell us how to run our farms. But we also know that there's no one that cares more about this community, this land, this water than Hickory County cattlemen.
The county commissioners decide the fate of these ordinances, and based on the large turnout of those who opposed it last night, they will not be implementing it. In some political coverage now, after an attempt to put a new Missouri abortion law to a public vote failed, abortion rights advocates are suing Secretary of State Jay Ashcroft.
The suit was filed by No Bans on Choice and Missouri's American Civil Liberties Union. They claim Secretary Ashcroft's actions denied their right to referendum after they ran out of time to collect signatures to block the rule from taking effect. The group say Ashcroft dragged his feet, causing the time crunch. They also say Missouri's law makes it harder to seek referendum, which is guaranteed through the state constitution. Ashcroft's office hasn't commented.
This is the third lawsuit regarding abortion in Missouri. The others were filed by Planned Parenthood and the ACLU against the state regarding the new abortion law itself.
Another lawsuit is between the state and Planned Parenthood over a St. Louis clinic's ability to perform abortions.
And some more local news for you. The 24th annual Midtown Back to School Party will be held tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. It's to celebrate a new school year and support the students at Boyd Elementary. In the event of rain, it'll be moved inside the Central Christian Church located on 1475 North Washington Avenue.
And this Missouri Job Center is hosting a graduation ceremony and hiring event for people involved in the Green for Green training program. It starts today at 2 p.m. at the Fairbanks, located on 1126 North Broadway. The training program gives out 13 certifications to graduates to help them land environmental jobs. After the graduation ceremony, participants have the opportunity to speak with local environmental companies at the job fair. That event goes until 3:30.
In some medical coverage for you now, we're learning more about an ongoing legal battle between a Branson physician and Cox Health. In 2017, Dr. Charles Rasmussen sued the hospital and two other healthcare companies for what he calls Medicare fraud. Both Cox and the companies deny this claim and call the lawsuit frivolous. Now, according to the Springfield News Leader, court documents were unsealed earlier this year. The lawsuit accuses the companies of making Medicare patients seem sicker on paper to get more money from the government. The suit also says that Cox gave doctors incentives to give patients unnecessary examinations, which increases their risk score. That, in turn, closes care gaps, and the hospital would get millions in Medicare payouts. This is a common practice known as upcoding.
However, a spokesman for the companies Essence and Lumeris say the allegations are, quote, wholly without merit, and the government declined to intervene after a thorough investigation. Rasmussen says he was forced out of the hospital after bringing up the issue and wants Cox to pay back the money. But the healthcare companies believe they're fully compliant with the law. The lawsuit is still pending in federal court. Last month, a judge denied an effort to dismiss the case. If a settlement is not reached, it could go to trial. The IRS is warning taxpayers and tax professionals about a new IRS impersonation email scam. Email subject lines vary, but a few reported so far use the phrase automatic income tax reminder or electronic tax return reminder. The scam might have a link to a website pretending to be about the taxpayer's account or return. Emails could also give a temporary password to access a refund file, but this will lead to a malicious file and could affect your computer with malware. The IRS says it does not send unsolicited emails and never emails taxpayers about the status of their refunds.
Around the region now for you. In Jefferson City, a 26-year-old man was charged with making a terroristic threat. Brian Groner did so by posting it on Facebook, and he was charged yesterday. The Jeff City News Tribune reports that the probable cause statement referred to one post that said, quote, "Your next mass shooter, Columbine won't have expletive on me." The posts were public, and more than 10 people reported them to police. Police also said that Groner was hostile when he was arrested, but he allegedly said he understood the gravity of his statements.
Here's a look at what's coming up after daybreak.
I'm Anthony Mason. Coming up, the top-ranked woman in world tennis, Naomi Osaka, how she's getting ready to defend her U.S. Open title. Coming up on CBS This Morning.
And we also have a few Google trends this morning. The first one developing overnight. A man in New York has died after being crushed to death by an elevator at his apartment complex. He was reportedly getting out on the first floor and the elevator plunged, pinning him between floors. An investigation is determining the cause.
All right, we're looking at that. And then also another trend that was big yesterday. A lot of people were talking about unique version of monopoly here. Socialist monopoly, right?
A lot of people say it contradicts itself.
Yes, a lot of people do. And I saw this happening on Twitter yesterday. I was trying to figure out if this was actually real or not.
So far, it seems real. There are a few different rules. You get $50 less for passing go. You can steal resources from a player who's doing too well. So
credit to Monopoly at least for staying current. You know. I can't see kids now playing Monopoly trying to get Baltic Avenue. You know, there's NBA Monopoly, there's movie Monopoly, there's other things.
As
so
long as there's real money,
yeah,
right?
They're keeping up with what's
no debit
trending.
cards.
All right, we've got one last check of our forecast here.
A couple of showers and storms today, and cool, only 80 degrees by dismissal. Some storms possible through the weekend.
All right, everyone, thank you for starting your Friday morning off with us. Hope you have a great weekend. See you back here soon.